Many thanks for watching Occult Sin. I'm ShaughanParson. I'm going to break down some things, in my opinion, how I feel, and see how I perceive these groups. These three groups right here. I'm in neither of these groups, and depending on who you are either in one of these groups or you're in none of these groups, okay? Because it's not as front value as you think it is, especially truthers. We're about to break down what they are nowadays. Truthers are not the truthers you're probably thinking of from, let's say, probably 5 years ago. They're a different entity, okay? So, first of all, let's start with the truther category. I put a brain for them because they are the thinkers of the situation. At the same time, they aren't the smartest of the situation. And what I mean by that is they think a lot nowadays, okay? But it's not how it used to be. They're not trying to find the next information. They're not doing their own research. Now they've become more ley line. They've become more babyish. They want people to feed it to them. Give me that. Give me that information, Alex Jones. Give me that information, popular YouTube name channel right there. I don't feel like reading an article. I'll just watch some videos and I'll know everything. Because I watched that one video. He talked about a lot of stuff, so I know everything about this topic now. And then they just see it as, yeah, more or less, that's truth. And they'll stick around to just one channel. Even if they watch several videos, they'll stick around to one channel and just be like, yeah, that's it. So one person can literally be their whole mindset and how they think about something. And nowadays, these truthers, I don't see them as anything positive nowadays. They're kind of annoying. They're sheeple but smart in my eyes. Okay, because they know what's going on, and yet many of them, they don't. It's not that they don't want to stop it, because I'm not going to say, I'm Superman or something jumping into the fields of government trying to stop them. But truthers, I don't think it's possible for many of them to get together. They have so many differences. A lot of them are still, stuck up on that you versus me type mentality. It's just pretty weird. It's just, when you see them now, if you know what I'm talking about, you understand. But then again, you might be one of those people, so you probably most likely won't understand. Because I say it's a good 80% of truthers who are like this. They're docile when it comes to searching and roaming for their own information, and they desire doom. That's something that I noticed that's stopping a lot of these truthers from being anything of substance to the world. They just want to look at doom all day. Oh, Comet Ison, remember, Comet, or wasn't even a comet. What was it again? Elenin? I think it was a comet. I don't care anymore. I mean, it's just the same thing every year. They're like, oh, government's going to do martial law. They're prepping, but they're not doing anything. They're just prepping, and then they're going to be disappointed when they didn't think, because they don't think anymore. They just, search for, knowledge from other people, but they haven't thought about, wait a minute, if I bought 6 months worth of food, they think they're just going to, hold down fort and become some type of one-man army protecting their family with just one shotgun and one, AR-15 and a bunch of ammunition. Like, yeah, that's going to stop the military from flanking you when you're in what they would like to call kill spot. Because you're in a prison. You're in your household. They can hit your windows and your door at the same time, come in with multiple men. You really think you're going to stop them? Really? That's what a lot of truthers think. They think that they're just going to live in their fort all day when they have strategic plans to get the people in residential areas for martial law. That's their goal. So it's not like you're going to be one-man army. And then they think that since they have, 6 months, maybe a year worth of food, stored away, that they're going to survive anything. I hate to break it to you, but most likely you're not going to be able to be in your house for the very reasons I just talked about. The military, they're going to have plans, if they go with this corrupt system, to get the residential areas. Okay, the neighborhoods. You're not excluded from that. So, I just don't know what they're thinking anymore. They're not thinking about the scenarios if they're on vacation. Maybe they might not have access to the food. They're not thinking about the scenarios. I think of it this way. If you have survival food, think that is the lucky situation, the rare situation that you'll even be able to use that survival food. Your default main situation should be picturing that isn't going to be the reality, that food is just never going to be used by you, even if something hits the fan, because you won't be near it. Don't depend on it. Alright, and the sheeple, let's talk about the sheeple now. The sheeple are, well, we all know what they are. They're, as the elite call them, useless eaters, which, I wouldn't go that far. They're not useless eaters. I would say they're useless space, in my opinion. It's not that they shouldn't exist. I'm not going to say they should be erased from the world. Their ignorance should. But they're obstacles in my eyes. I call them obstacle types. I chart a lot of these people, and I've made categories and documents and stuff about what they are. And the average type of sheeple are spectator types, as I like to call them in my memoirs, and obstacle types. Now, spectator types are pretty harmless in the sense of annoyance, if you can really just, focus them out, because they just, look at you all day like they're watching TV when you walk past. And it's usually the smarter people who have sheeple stare in their face. It happened to me and my friends. I was doing research on it, and the person, I was reading people who had experienced this, and they pretty much are the smarter people. When I read this little, this forum, I couldn't believe what I was reading, because it was exactly what me and my friends experienced. I think it's just the smarter people that have the dumber people look at them. I put it as an animal instinct. The same way a deer will look at you if you walk past in the forest. It's not going to try to attack you. Sometimes it doesn't even run, but it's going to watch you the whole way until you're gone, because it's just an animal instinct. They're primitive. They're using the animalistic part of their brains, as I see it. Now, obstacle type sheeple, they get in the way. Whether it be stores, whether it be anywhere, walking down the sidewalk, they're kind of like, I say, fish, maybe. How fish don't really pay attention. They just kind of, float around bumping into things sometimes. That's how sheeple are. I have to push many people out of my way nowadays. It's kind of normal. Most of them don't get mad. I guess they know they're pretty dumb or something. I don't know. It's not like I shove them out the way. It's kind of like I gently just, get out the way. Move. You have to put my arm on their shoulder and just kind of nudge them to the left and just walk past. Because I think they know, or they're just too dumb to even realize anyway. Now, these people, they condone in ignorance. They support ignorance. They promote it. Whether it's down from celebrities to just, putting out their fair share of ignorance into the world, doing dumb things, having lack of morals, just giving government consent to run over the world, because, sheeple are about a majority of this country. So it's like, as long as they're there, the government can do pretty much whatever, because they're not going to stop them. Then again, truthers, they're kind of like that too. They know what's happening, and they just sit back sometimes. So I guess I don't know which one's worse. The government, I picked Gov Corporation, because instead of just putting Illuminati, I wanted to put that, because the Illuminati pretty much has controls of the corporations and government. So I just picked Gov and Corp. They're just I don't understand them in the slightest. Of course I do, but when it comes down to their goals, it doesn't make sense. If you're that smart and you can do all this stuff, I would think you will understand that you could just live on your own and just be rich or something. But these people, they really just want to destroy the world, which makes no sense. They think that there's too many people on the planet and they want population control, but really they're going to be the ones that's reduced in the end, because once they mess up, it's like, this is how it is, okay? I see the government as the wolves, and I see the sheeple as, of course, the sheep, and And I see the truthers as the hunter, whether untrained or trained. They have, you know, the capabilities to think. Like, they know the sheep from the wolves, and they're not hunting the sheep. You know, they're not. They feed off the sheep in a way, if you know what I mean. But they're hunting the wolves in the sense for not clothes. It's like it's not cold enough to get the wolf fur to make that little primitive, you know, wolf clothing. But no, the truth is they're just shooting shots, making sure the wolves don't. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's like three enemies of the state here, because they're all giving in by consent. They're all doing their part in messing up the world. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Definitely the government. They're the number one enemy. I would say Sheeple, of course, number two, and then Truth is the number three. Now, Truth is a type of weird enemy. They're not the enemy that you would have to, you know, try to go at war with. They're the enemy you would have to try to make understand. And as long as they just keep sitting back while knowing what's going on, they're pretty much helping the whole plan go through. You know, that's why I say truthers are worse off than sheeple. Because sheeple, they're just ignorant, dumb animals. You know, truthers, they know what's happening, and it's like, okay, we're just going to sit back and wait for Alex Jones to keep saying, doom, 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 doom. Oh, yeah, we love that. I swear to you, people, I think truthers really want to die. Because if you pay attention to the average of them, they just love to want to get hit by comments. They want the grid to go down. They want FEMA to kick down the doors. They want martial law. But they don't want to do anything to stop it. I know a lot of you go disagree with that, but like I said, that's because you are what you are. You're either a truther, sheeple, or you are in the government, which I doubt. But whatever.